this video kind of got some traction, and I'm really stoked and excited about it. I'm super grateful for Abe's help last week, just explaining what Hollywood does with three computers, why we use three computers. And it was brought to my attention in the comments that a lot of people were a little bit confused and questioned, like, wow, why are you doing that with three computers? Like, you can have one, M4 Mac Studio and it's awesome. And 100% you can. Absolutely. You can run a lot of things on these really fancy new computers. But here's the deal. It was one comment that really made me think, oh yeah, I'm not explaining this in a way that maybe other people can explain. And it just happened to be that this comment was from a YouTube goat. Yes. And so we're going to dive in and I'm going to explain to you why we use three computers in a way that hopefully explains it a little better. Hey friend, welcome back to Mastering Post-Production Sound. My name is Joel Di Catalan. I am an Emmy-nominated sound re-recording mixer and industry coach. And so let's talk about three computers, why we use three computers in TV and film. And the YouTube GOAT that I'm talking about is none other than Tay Zonday. That's right, you know Tay Zonday of famous Chocolate Rain. Shout out to the GOAT. I was totally surprised that he checked it, but he made a comment. I'm gonna highlight the comment because it's exactly what Abe and I were just talking about. But he says, historically, one main benefit was dividing labor. Three humans can picture lock the decouple assets on three machines. Client complaints can also be resolved without reloading the entire workflow. While it can be done on one machine now, that can be less efficient when a business is finishing thousands of episodes filmed per year. Like, duh, yeah, that's exactly why. And Abe and I were just talking about that. So we use three computers, and here's a huge major workflow. Let me explain the workflow of really what our mixes are like. So when I'm working with a partner here, currently I'm mixing the second season of DRF from Detroit for BET Plus and NCIS Origins, CBS. And so I'm mixing the sound effects for that one, for this one. And my partner over here is handling the dialogue. So what happens is we can work double time, really, essentially, while I'm over here mixing the backgrounds, the Foley, setting up the sound effects. My partner is over here on another computer, which is something you can't do with a single computer, and he's mixing the dialogue. He's getting the music there. So we are essentially sharing the same space. When I'm on this stage, he's controlling picture on the main projector. I'm over here on my rig with a small version, a QuickTime, in a completely different scene of the episode or the reel if we're working on a film. And we are essentially working at the same time, sharing the same speakers. No headphones, no under the hood mixing, not for this guy. Now there are some mixers out there that do that. That is not me, I cannot. I learned how to mix on a dub stage using the speakers at the same time as somebody else. And so we are literally working at the same time in completely different scenes. He's over here in a police precinct, I'm outside by the beach, and I'm mixing backgrounds. You might think, that is crazy. How in the world do you do that? Friend, it is an acquired skill set, okay? I can listen, and when I'm hearing him go through the dialogue, if I hear him kind of loop something over and over, then that's my cue. I can tell he's trying to listen to some kind of frequency or something. And so that's when I lay out. That's when I stop. That's when I'm like, okay, he's doing something. And then once he stops, I pick back up. So it's very important. The reason we're using three Pro Tools rigs, and yes, there are some older computers, but they work, right? But it's for this exact reason that Tay Zonday put on the comment. It's workflow. While my partner's over here doing something, I can handle something else. Once we get everything married up together and we're playing both of our computers and we're recording into the dubber, the third computer, and we lay down a printmaster, we lay down a 5.1 mix, Now, when we're going to notes, they can be talking about, oh, well, we got to change this music cue over here. And oh, yeah, we had a note because we want a different gunshot or a different car crash, different door, whatever. I can have somebody cut me a sound effect, deliver it to my rig independently from his. I can then go offline, drop off the system, right? Because we use an administrator and satellite system here. And now my partner can be over here working on a music cue while I am offline importing fixes that need to happen. And once those fixes are up, I have them imported. I could say, okay, hey, I'm up now. Okay, put me back online. And then we can go back, and I can go back and take care of that ad and jump back. It's efficiency. It goes like this. We move quickly. And here, to go an even further step, when we have the center dubber, when we're actually printed down, like we've already laid down our episode or a reel, if we're working on a film, any one of us can go offline and carry by playback on our stems the dialogue or the effects. Like let's say I'm mixing effects and he needs to do something and he's kind of importing a new music fix. I can put his dialogue, music, and loop group on playback. And now I'm playing back the stems. I'm playing the stems back while I can actually make adjustments to my sound effects, my backgrounds, my Foley, and I can even update the 6-track, the 5.1 printmaster, to the stems, all while he's offline doing something complete. So this comment is absolutely 100% in the right direction of like, yeah, that's right. Like, you may not know, but it's efficiency. So yes, 3 computers is the standard. And you can do this work on one supercomputer, but think about this. Now it's one single person who's doing all the work. Now, friend, I'm telling you, you maybe look at me cross-eyed, because you are on one rig, and that's great, and that's wonderful for a solo mixer. But when we're working on TV shows and when we're working on films, with the exception of folks in New York, like I think it's a very East Coast thing right now, where one person does the mix, right? There are some instances of that up at Skywalker too, but traditionally out here on the West Coast, we are 2-person mix crews. One handles the dialogue and the music, the other person handles all the sound effects, backgrounds, Foley. So it is imperative that we have 3 separate computers so that we can consistently be staying ahead of it if it's notes. And mind you, let me tell you, we have 3 computers because when we're starting an episode, we get through for the shows that I'm working on, we get, it's a 42-minute show, an hour show, right? We get 3 days. And really in that first day, we have to have the episode standing. So there is no way to get that done on one computer. We have to have 2 people and 1 computer. Now, never say never, I guess, right? Never say never. But that is the workflow. That's the way it's gone. And, credit to Tay Zonday's comment. Back in the day, it used to be 3, right? Like I was explaining in the previous video, it was 3 people. And so that would take time. So it's all about efficiency. It's all about workflow, especially here in Hollywood, how we do things with TV and film. So I am super thrilled and excited that so many of you got to check out the last video that we put up. I'm so thrilled to share a little bit of the behind the scenes, how your favorite TV shows and films get made. It is a very creative process. There is a workflow to it, and it's exciting. It really is exciting. So I'm so grateful for so many of you who tuned in to check it out. But I did want to take a moment because we were sitting here after my mix for today, checking out some of the comments, and I was like, what? Like, no, not the GOAT, not Tay Zonday. Are you kidding me? But he explained it very well, and I was like, that's right. Some of these comments, I was able to hopefully get back to some of you, but we were thinking about it, it's like it did take out the most efficient or most important thing is because we have to do work offline. There's no way we can do it all on one computer because we are doing 2 two different things at the same time. So, friend, thank you so much for taking time to check out not only this response video, but the initial video. And if you've missed it and you want to know why we use 3 computers and kind of a walkthrough, please go check it out. It'll be linked either below or over here on the side. But friend, thank you so much for being here. And let me just quickly plead with you and tell you, if you are new here, friend, I'm so grateful you're here, and I just want you to consider to subscribe to the channel. There's like 56% of the people who are watching this video that are not subscribed to the channel, friend. It's so cool that we can get videos like this that are not, you know, I don't know, they're not the most entertaining, right? Who wants to know about post-production sound and sound for TV and film? But when you subscribe to the channel, when you like a video, when you share, when you comment, what it does is it helps tell YouTube to get this video out in front of more people, just like we did this last video. So friends, thank you so much for being here. Consider hitting that subscribe button. And if you are an aspiring sound designer, re-recording mixer on a journey to one day sit here where I'm at, friend, I didn't go to school for this. I went to school for music, right? I did it the old school way. But if you are already on that journey, friend, it can feel very lonely, and I don't want you to do this alone. I want you to consider working one-on-one with me, so you can find all the information below to apply to work one-on-one to get and just take your career from here to here much faster, much quicker. Friend, thank you so much for being here. I'll catch you over here in the video on the side or in next week's episode.